We be the warriors, the Most High sent, so you know there is no destroying us. Ordained from the womb, prophets back from the tomb to cast out all these false doctrines.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Okay, so an ox knows his owner and an ass knows his master's crib. These two dumb animals. I read.
But Israel does not know.
So the Israelites don't know their master or their crib. Meaning they don't know who they belong to and what land they belong to. You see what I'm saying? So nationality means, when I ask you what's your nationality, I'm asking you what nation or people that you belong to. So in the Bible, it will prophesy that we would know these things right here.
Get back over here.
So in the Bible, it will prophesy that we would know these things. We would know our land. We would know what nation of people we come from. But you are a daughter of God.
That's right.
You are God's chosen people. You are Israelite that the Bible speaks. So I'm going to show you why I say that. You need Deuteronomy 7:7. This is what he said about the Israelites. This is what God said about the Israelites through Moses.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he chose them to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Would you say that was wrong or right? In people's thinking. Because don't everybody think there is equality, everybody's supposed to be equal, right? But God chose a particular people who he said is above all people.
That's right.
And that's the Israelites.
That's right.
So when we tell people, our people, that we are the Israelites, we should be grasping a hold to that thing right there. You see what I'm saying? Our people fight for equality when we are people who are above all other people. But we ain't living that way, though. We ain't living that way. Give me Psalms 82:6. We ain't living that way at all. And because we ain't living that way, this is what the book says. Do you believe in the Bible? All right. You go to church on Sundays? Okay, that's good. That's good you don't. Because now you haven't been indoctrinated yet. The thing is, my brother gonna pull it for you. Okay, we got it right here.
The book of Psalms, 82 and 6. Yep. The book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. Okay. I have said, ye are God.
So by us being the Most High God's children, his chosen people, he said that we are God's, because if he our heavenly Father and we his kids and we like him, so we God's too.
That's right.
We God's too, sister. Listen to this.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
Because we children of the Most High. Read on.
But ye shall die like men.
We're going to die like men.
And fall like one of the princes.
And fall like one of the princes, because we in sin right now. And we ain't living like gods right now. No, we living like, we living a people beyond our means. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got what we supposed to have.
That's right.
But so you just heard the scripture where he said that he done chose you above all people. You know, if you look at this sign right here, this is what we've been called in society today. Right here, on the left side, on your right side. This is what we've been called, this is what the Most High God called us. Right here. So, where on this sign can you find your nationality? Your nationality on this side, where about? Okay, which one? Hey, ain't no telling who you are. You may be West Indian black. You may be Haitian. You American black. So your people came over here by way of the slave ships, right? Right. So your people. Okay. So you are Judah.
That's right.
That's your real nationality. You are a Judite.
That's right.
You are not an American black. That's just a label that they put on us. You see what I'm saying? See the white man done named everybody, and they done named lands. So if you being these people right here, and he chose you, that's a special thing. But see how people destroy it. Let me get Hosea 4. See how people destroy it because they don't know that. We ain't got nothing to grasp a hold to. We ain't got nothing to say, okay, this mine. I can say, I'm gonna follow this way. Now we following the ways of our oppressor. They taught us everything. Read that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So see, at that time, somehow people were rejecting knowledge. At the times right now today, most of our people reject knowledge. Somehow people will walk straight past us not knowing we giving them the greatest information they can never receive. Because these ain't just my words, these are the book in the Bible. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you what this book says. You see that? A lot of our people think we African, Exodus 11:7. We are not these people at all. You know, we are two different nations of people, which everybody you know come from Adam, right?
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So not against God's people should not even a dog move his tongue against us. Read on.
Against man or beast.
Against man or beast of ours.
That ye may know how the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
See that? So he put a difference between the so-called African, the Egyptians, and Israel. Two different separate people, but we the same color. We look alike. Yeah, they came to get us from the shores of Africa, but we were two different nations of people. That's why that happened. The African man sold us unto the conquistadors.
That's right.
He sold us. They weren't selling their own people. They were selling the people who was different from them.
Right.
And there are many books to bag that up. Just like this one. This is the main source we need to read out of. You see what I'm saying? So it's something expected of you. You know, there's something very great expected of you being the person you are. A lot of people don't know this. This is why we destroy. This is what the book talking about. We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Deuteronomy 10:12. We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know, the knowledge of this Bible, the knowledge of God's law, we destroyed for that. Because now we following after all other different type of ways except for this book. This our history book. This is not a religion right here. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
So now that I've told you, you Israel, and I'm gonna show you further proof that you are Israel. These just some words, but I'm gonna prove it to you out of this book. Real quick, because I see you in a rush. But some gravitating you to stay here just a little bit. So read that.
But to the fear of the Lord thy God.
So this is what's expected of you, Israel, to fear God,
to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
For your good. If you want to be successful for your good, it's best that you keep God's commandments. In the church today, they said that the commandments done away with. The Old Testament done away with. But the Bible never says that. In the New Testament, you will never find that the laws are done away with. These churches have deceived our people.
That's right.
29:13. These churches done deceived our people. That's why we lost. We lost, moreover, by our forefathers committing sin against the Most High God. So he pushed us in this position for our punishment, not for our destruction. Read it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
So as much as these people draw near him with their mouth, because they drawing near God, they all in these churches hooping and hollering, raising their hand up, running around the pews, vomiting at the mouth. They drawing near him, saying, thank you, Jesus, everywhere they go. Oh, it's a good day, God bless. They drawing near the Most High with their mouth.
And with their lips do honor me.
Because they honor him with their lips.
But have removed their heart far from me.
They removed their hearts far from him, though.
That's right.
And their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men.
Because see, the fear towards God, the fear that we got of God is taught by the precepts of men. Meaning, it's taught by the understanding of another man. You see what I'm saying? Because see, this book wasn't given to them. This Bible was not for them. It wasn't written by them. The Bible was written by Israelites.
That's right.
The Bible is for Israelites, to Israelites.
That's right.
So the book said we were taught by the precepts of men. Meaning they done precepted stuff, put it together and said, this is what this Bible talking about. But that ain't what this Bible talking about. They ain't got the true understanding of this book because this ain't their book.
Right.
Read that. I know you got a song.
Yeah. The book of Psalms. Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them.
So for God's laws, statutes, and commandments and judgments, they had known them. These are the nations. Read that again,
The book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
So he showed his word unto Jacob. Where his word at? Right here in this book. His laws, his statutes, his way of living, his laws, all his commandments. He showed them to Jacob.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation.
He ain't dealt so with no other nation.
That's right.
But Israel.
Right.
Read.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And for God's judgments, they ain't known them. They ain't known God. God ain't judging them for his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. He judging Israel for that. 3 and 1. He judging Israel for that. You hear that? So he said, for they had not known his laws, his statutes, and his judgments. They ain't known them at all. So who have known them? Who he gonna judge then? Read that.
The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So he's speaking some words against his people, the children of Israel. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Constantly, over and over again, he's saying he's only known Israel. Read on.
I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So he'll punish them. You see that? So in the last scripture, he said, for the other nations had known his judgments. But for Israel, oh, he gonna punish us. Because we the ones that he gave his laws, statutes, and commandments to.
Right.
Can two walk together except they be agreed? Will a lion roar in the forest when he has no prey?
Right.
Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
See that? He revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Who are his prophets? Isaiah, John, Daniel, Ezekiel. These are his prophets. Where you find the prophets that is in the Old Testament. See that? So these other nations had known them. So that means Hebrew 12 and 6. So that means everything we doing in this day and time right here, as you see in our neighborhoods, in every city you go into in America, the death that's coming on our people, all the bad things that's coming on our people, the way of living that we have in our communities. We live worse than any other nation that come over here. We in the ghettos, in the slums. That's us. So who taking the punishments? Who kids getting shot down by the police? You'll never see on the news where the police done shot down a Chinese boy and an Arabian boy.
Bring it out.
It ain't happening. He judging us.
Right.
Yeah, we killing ourselves. That's part of his judgment. When they ain't doing it, he makes sure we do it. Because God killed and he make a lie. Read that up.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourge every son whom he receiveth.
So who he love, he chastise. He love us. That's why we can't do nothing profitable. Because we ain't serving him the correct way. Right. If we serve him the correct way, it ain't nothing nobody can do. Ain't nothing no soul. Give me Romans 8:31. Ain't nothing nobody can do if we serve the Most High God the correct way. We'll be the nation on top, and every other nation will be underneath us. They'll be beneath us. That's right. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 31. What shall we say? What shall we then say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?
If God be for us, who can be against us? Nobody. If God with you, Superman can't do nothing. The Incredible Hulk can't do nothing. I don't care what powers you conjure. Can't nobody do nothing against the Most High God. These missiles these places got can't do nothing against the Most High God.
That's right.
You see that? So if God be for us, who can be against us? Man, what I'm saying is that we are the chosen people of the Most High God. That's right. God chose us. He chose us from birth. Give me Exodus 4:22. He chose us from birth. You see that? I'm saying a lot, and I hope you stay a little bit longer so you can really grasp what I'm saying right here. I'm only saying what the Bible's saying. I'm not going to add to or take nothing away from this book. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
That's who we are. That's who we be. You more than likely, you from the tribe of Judah.
Bring it out.
We are one nation under God.
That's right.
The black man, the Hispanic man, and the so-called Native American man.
That's right.
We are so-called these things. We are neither. We are the children of Israel. Read that.
Bring it out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn.
See that? So he'll kill a nation for you. He'll kill a nation for you because you his firstborn. He chose you before you even knew him.
That's right.
He chose us.
Bring it out.
So a lot of people don't understand why we going through what we going through. We dealing with all the things that we set ourselves up to deal with long ago. So we in this condition right now where we don't understand the Bible. We don't understand his laws. So these laws are now being brought back to us.
That's right.
I was saying to the young lady earlier, ma'am, that the Christian church preaches that we don't have to keep the laws of God no more. But we do have to keep the laws of God.
That's right.
You will never find in this Bible, you can go from the front to the back of this book, and you will never find in the Bible that we ain't got to keep God's laws.
That's right.
You'll never find it. So we've been put on a lot of delusion from other nations who taught us this book. Because most of these preachers, they got to go to theologian schools. They get their teaching from another nation of people. So their real teaching don't come about this book the correct way. Think about it. We were brought over here into slavery and served and couldn't talk, couldn't read and couldn't write for a long time. We were smart. We were very smart, intelligent people. But we was amongst another people whose tongue we didn't understand. So when they had writings and strips and books, we couldn't read this stuff. And every time we did, we got hung, tongue cut out our mouth, hands cut off.
Right.
So they taught us how they wanted to teach us out this book that we couldn't understand. Yeah, the book was ours first, but they had it rewritten. It was rewritten in the English text. You see what I'm saying? King James authorized the rewriting of his book. He didn't write it, he only authorized it. 47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars rewrote this book.
That's right.
So when people be saying, no, that book ain't correct, they don't even know a scholar.
That's right.
They probably couldn't even point you out a scholar. That's somebody who's very, very crafty at what they do. Very, very wise at what they do. See, you are the children of Israel, so some of the sins that brought us over here, I'm finna go over right now. We in sin now. We in sin right now. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day.
Bring it out.
Exodus 20 and 8. Today, no, give me Genesis 2 and 3. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day.
Bring it out.
So, it's something about the Lord's day, but people just shoot straight past it.
That's right.
But it's for us to understand in today's time right now.
That's right.
We're going to get this understanding. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 3. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made.
So he rested on the seventh day, Exodus 28. So he rested on the Sabbath from all his work. So if he did it, why can't we do it? Why can't we do it if the Most High God, the creator of all things, rested on the Sabbath day?
Bring it out.
Why we can't do that thing right there? Oh, we can do it. We can do it. And we do it. These men you see standing around here with the purple on, we do it.
That's right.
We do this. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So we need to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Just like he just said, he sanctified, he holy and sanctified this day. But there are ways that we need to keep this book, keep this day holy. And I'm going to go over that because that's what we don't know. That's what we ain't been taught, how to really keep this day holy. But the Bible speaks on it. It tells you how. It ain't hard. It's very easy to do. Read.
No. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So he blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, and on that day we ain't supposed to work at all. Even your son and your daughter ain't supposed to work. If you own a business, shut your business down on the Sabbath day.
That's right.
That's how you honor the Lord's Sabbath day. That's just one way.
That's right.
Exodus 16:23. So that's one way how we honor the Lord's Sabbath day. And I'm going to show you how we honor the Lord's Sabbath day another way. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe it that ye will seethe. And that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. And they laid it up till the morning as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein.
Okay, so you're not supposed to be cooking on the Sabbath day. What that scripture just went over was preparing your meal before. Read that from the top one more time.
The book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seethe thee ye will seethe.
Okay. So bake which you will bake today to keep up for the next day. So you won't have to cook. God's giving you perfect instructions on how to keep the Sabbath day. But there's something our people won't do. Our people won't do it. They gonna do it though. When Christ returns, it's going to be all submission.
That's right.
You're going to have to keep his day.
Right.
And all the days he wants you to keep.
It's
going to happen. It's talked about in this Bible. So that's one way right there. You're supposed to cook what you want to cook for the Sabbath day before the Sabbath. The day before. You can cook enough. You cook a whole a meal for 5-6 people if you want to. That's enough. It's going to be way too much if you're by yourself, but that's enough. You see what I'm saying? So give me, you got the Exodus 35:3. It was 35:3. So that's one way to honor the Lord's Sabbath day. Don't work, don't cook. And this is another way. I mean, this is the same way. This further goes into the Sabbath.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitation.
So that's why on the Sabbath day he said don't cook. Because you will have to kindle a fire. So he said don't kindle a fire on my day.
Upon the Sabbath day. And Moses spake to all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, take ye from among you of offering.
Honor God in that day. You got it?
Yeah. The book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, verse 15. In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves, and ladding asses, as also wine, grapes, and figs, and all manner of burdens.
So this is the prophet Nehemiah. He said on those days, he seen people coming in with their cattle and with all types of burdens,
which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals.
So he testified against them on that day that they sold victuals, that they ain't supposed to be selling on the Sabbath day. That's why he testified against them. Read.
Bring it out, Doc.
There dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath unto the children of Judah and in Jerusalem. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah.
So he contended with the nobles of Judah because they were selling and buying on that day. So he contended with them. He went up and argued with them about this situation because they knew better, but they still did that. Read.
And said unto them, what evil thing is this that ye do?
What evil thing? That's evil to profane the Lord's day.
Right.
That's an evil thing, and our people don't even know that. God said he made that day. On the other 6 days before that, he made all the days and everything in it. And on that 7th day that he made, he rested. So he wants his children to do the same thing. Just like if you the father of a home, and you got 7 or 8 kids, and you done did something that you want to hand down to your kids, and they ain't doing it, they pissing you off. They straight pissing you off. You see what I'm saying? We pissing him off right now.
That's
all
right.
these people that bought and sold on the Lord's day done pissed them off.
That's
constantly
right.
pissing them off.
Bring it out.
That's why we dying every day. That's why every day you cut your television on, it's a young black boy done got killed.
That's right.
Now it's trickling over to the young black girls getting killed by the police also.
That's right.
They thought they was safe.
Right.
They ain't safe from this right here. There's so many other things that's happening to them. You see what I'm saying? They getting pregnant. The man leaving them. The young dude leaving them who they shouldn't have been laying down with in the first place.
Right.
So now they pregnant with a child that the father ain't gonna even take care of.
Right. That's right.
The Lord making sure that's punishment.
That's
Because
right.
it's hard for a woman to raise some kids by herself. But us men up here, we gonna raise our kids.
That's right.
We gonna take care of our family.
That's right.
We gonna do it how the Bible say do it.
Bring it out.
Right.
Honorable men that was in this Bible doing those things, and that's what we trying to follow. I want you to read that again, Doc.
Then I contended with the nobles of Judah, and said unto them, what evil thing is it this that ye do, and profane the Sabbath day? Did not your fathers thus, and did not our God bring all this evil upon us?
Because he brought evil upon them. If you back up, he brought other evils upon them. And on through this Bible, he brought evil upon them for not doing what he said do. Read.
And upon this city, yet ye bring more wrath upon Israel.
Because see, they bringing more wrath upon Israel, which still doing this thing. Read.
By profaning the Sabbath. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut.
So he commanded that the gates should be shut. He said, look, shut these gates. These folks constantly coming through here. They selling out here in the streets. I'm pissed off. Shut these gates up.
Right.
Read.
And charged that they should not be open till after the Sabbath. And some of my servants set I at the gates, that there should be no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged without Jerusalem.
So he got some servants who lodged at the gates to make sure they stayed closed. And those other people that were lodging at the gates didn't come through. Read.
Once or twice, then I testified against them, and said unto them, why lodge ye about the wall?
So he telling them people coming trying to get in the wall. Why y'all lodging out here? Setting up like we finna let you in. Read.
If ye do so again, I will lay hands on you.
He
That's
said,
right.
if you keep on, I'm going to put these paws on you.
That's right.
That's what he said. He wasn't playing about the Lord's Sabbath day.
Bring it out,
He
Doc.
was dead serious.
Bring it out.
Just like we dead serious about the Sabbath day.
That's right.
That's why we out here speaking loud, so everybody can hear this. Because this is what our people need to know. We need to know these things right here. We need to know these things. We need to know how important it is to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Because we the people who he gave them to. He gave them to us. So we need to be keeping them. We want the kingdom. The kingdom ain't for everybody. Heaven ain't for everybody.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Heaven is only for the Israelites.
That's right.
That's what the Bible say. Heaven is for the Israelites.
That's right.
The Bible don't say the kingdom of heaven is for nobody else.
That's right.
Oh, it's gonna be other people there. It's gonna be other people there, but they're gonna be working.
That's right.
They're gonna be enslaved.
That's right. That's right.
They're gonna be building for us.
Bring it on. Right.
Christ will rule for 1,000 years, and the Israelites will rule under him.
That's right.
But guess what? The churches, the pastors, they ain't gonna teach that. They ain't gonna teach that because that's going against what they were taught.
Bring it out, Doc.
And it's right there in the book that they stand in the pulpit every Sunday and read.
Right.
They constantly leading the people astray. But we ain't gonna do that. Not up here. Not up here. I'm gonna show you how you are an Israelite. I'm saying you Israel, but I'm gonna show you. Young man with the glasses on. What nationality are you today? What's your nationality? You black? Okay, so the root word of nationality, young lady, what's the root word of nationality? Nation. What grade you in?
8th grade.
Good. So the root word of nationality, sir, I'm still talking to you. So the root word of nationality is nation. So you from the nation of black?
Right.
So you can open up a map and find the land of black.
Right.
You can't do that. I see you shaking your head, but you can never open a map and find the land of black.
That's right.
There is no nation on the face of this earth called black.
That's right.
We are not black people.
That's right.
We are not African.
That's right.
We are not African. To the people who think that you African out here, go back to Exodus 11 and 7. Because some people didn't hear this. Exodus 11 and 7. We are not African.
That's right.
Young lady, young man, you are not African. You are not African American. You are the chosen seed of God. That's who you are. That's better than being African. Trust that. Read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
You hear that, bro? This book just said against any of the children of Israel should not a dog move his tongue.
That's right.
That's powerful.
Y'all quiet.
That's powerful right there. God said that.
Don't worry about what they doing
Read.
over there.
Against man or beast.
Against man or beast. If we got a man standing next to us, and if we got our beast standing next to us, nothing should move his tongue against us. Read.
That ye may know how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So this Bible just said the Lord put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Repeat that.
Right.
That's right.
It just said that he put a difference between us and Egypt.
That's right.
We are not Egyptian. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
We are his chosen people. Give me Isaiah 41 and 8. We are the people that he chose.
Bring it out.
How y'all doing? Y'all didn't go in that African festival? I'm so glad you didn't.
That's right.
Because y'all are Israelites.
That's right.
We need to throw an Israelite festival out here.
That's right.
That's what we need to do. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen.
Whom he have chosen. Israel is his servant, and Jacob, do you know who Jacob is? Jacob is the forefather of the Israelites. Jacob had 12 sons, which are these people right here. These boys right here, you'll find them in the Bible. He had these 12 sons, and out of these 12 sons came tribes of men. So each one of these had a tribe. These are the 12 tribes that were lost that people talk about. The 12 lost tribes of Israel. That's these tribes, and that's who we are.
That's right.
If it's any people that's lost, gotta be us. If it's any people that's lost, it gotta be us.
That's right.
We are lost people. This dude said his nationality was black. I used to think the same thing. I used to be happy to say I'm a real nigga.
Right.
There ain't nothing real about that.
That's right.
That's a byword. A nigga. How y'all doing? Y'all are Israelite women. You know that? Come here, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me talk to you for a minute. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and Deuteronomy 28 and 1. I said you all are Israelites. You are not African, right? Do you know anything about slavery, what happened to our people? Y'all do. So y'all know we came over here and served slavery. We were put in hard bondage, right? Okay, read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee.
So right here, this is Moses talking to the children of Israel. You know who Moses is, right? So do you know anything about Moses and Pharaoh? How Moses told Pharaoh to let my people go? Y'all know that story right there? Well, that's what happened. You said yes, she said no. So what happened was the Israelites were in Egypt. And God told Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. So God's people are the Israelites. Those are his people. That's who he chose. That's who he loved. That's in this Bible. I'm saying this, but I can read it to you. These are not my words. I'm just a messenger. So what happened was, he said, if you obey, God told Moses to tell the children of Israel, if you obey me, I will set you on high above all other nations. All other nations just on the earth. And I will pour out these blessings on you. Now, to every good, there's a what? Bad. So this is the flip side to that good thing that he promised them. Read.
15, yes, sir. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So he said, if you will not hearken. Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses will come upon the children of Israel and overtake them. See that? So read on. This is one of the curses that came upon the children of Israel. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
It said, cursed shall thou be in the city. Hey, listen up. Stop for a second. Hey, that festival ain't going nowhere. But we are.
I love what you preach.
We are. Come listen for a minute, man. So it said, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Who was cursed in the cities? Who's cursed in the cities right now today? What people? Blacks. Ain't we cursed? Ain't it our sons and our daughters who getting shot by the police, who shooting each other?
Yes,
ain't it our sons and our daughters who filling up these jail cells?
Yes, sir.
Ain't it us? Last hire, first fire, ain't that us?
Yes, sir. Bring it out.
What about all the other nations?
Yes, sir.
They ain't in the news getting shot by themselves.
That's right. Bring it out.
They ain't in the news getting shot by the police.
That's
when
right.
have you cut your television on and seen a Chinese boy just got shot 17 times?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
But that doesn't happen to a black man. Why so many bullets? That's a hatred. That's a hatred of this people. There's also punishment from God. He making sure this stuff happen so that we will wake up and realize who we are and what we need to be doing.
That's right.
So it said, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Hold this sign up, bro. Man, come look at this sign right here. Few steps so you can see. I know you want to go. But check this out. Who did this happen to? Who did that happen to? Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. Who was in the field having this happen to them? Right here. You see these cotton fields right here?
My feet.
Point it out, bro. Point it out.
That happened to us in the field.
Point it out.
And we
They do not know.
still being cursed in the work.
That one at the bottom.
Yes,
That's another
sir.
field. All right. And we still cursed in these fields out here.
That's right. Yeah.
We are the nation that this Bible is talking about. We are the people who need to open our eyes up. We are the people who's lost.
That's right.
And need
right.
found.
That's right.
We are the people.
Yep. Lord.
Read on now. There's one, hold on, sister. There's one curse that happened to the children of Israel. So what I'm telling you is that you are an Israelite.
That's right.
You are not black.
That's right.
You are not African.
That's right.
The children of Israel and the Africans are two different nationalities.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
they the same color. Everybody think everybody who dark skin the same people.
Yes, sir.
Everybody who dark skin, Africa's the biggest continent. You got different people over there. Everybody ain't African. Everybody ain't Egyptian.
Because they skin.
Everybody ain't Ethiopian. You see what I'm saying? We are the Israelites.
That's right. That's like they said we got a black president.
Yeah.
We ain't got no black president.
No, he is black.
That's right.
Yeah, he black.
No, he black because of his skin tone.
Because of his skin color, exactly. But he ain't us.
He ain't us.
Exactly.
Bring it in. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. He ain't us.
Exactly. His father is a Hamite.
Right.
His father is a Hamite. From the seed of Ham.
Yes, sir.
Read that.
Yes, sir.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
It said, cursed shall be, Moses is telling the children of Israel, if you do not obey God, then cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. What's a basket? What you do with a basket? You put goods in it, though.
Yeah, you feel good.
So cursed shall be your basket, what you put goods in. The goods that we got today, where are they? In our refrigerator? That's it? That's the only thing. One of the things I think about is the grocery store. I know this because I thought about it too. When this came out to me, I said, I could put some crackers or some. Hey, that's it. That is a small way of thinking. That's a small way of thinking. Hey, ma'am, that's your husband right there? Okay. I see he ready to go. But guess what? This word is gravitating to you. This word gravitating to you because you are chosen. The Most High God wants you to hear this because you are His people.
That's right.
You are His people. But everybody ain't God's chosen people. You know that? For sure that. For sure that. For sure that. Okay, ma'am. I see you got. All right. So read on.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
So curse shall be the fruit of your body and the fruit of your land. The fruit of our body. What fruit comes out of our body? One fruit really that comes out of our body. And we put that fruit inside of our wife, supposed to be. And she nurtures that fruit. Supposed to be making sure that fruit is well nurtured. And she has the fruit that we want to see grow.
That's right.
That's our fruit. So it said, cursed shall be thy fruit. Our kids are cursed.
That's right. Hush now.
I just kind of went over there, right? So our kids are cursed out here. We the ones joining the gangs. And ain't benefiting from it. Because there is no beneficiary that comes from that. You don't benefit from that thing right there.
Because they still sleep.
Exactly.
Wake them up.
Exactly. Curse should be our fruit. Our fruit grow up. And I remember saying, I say, what, 5 years ago? Still today, though. Our people say, for the young black man, he lucky to see 23.
Hush your mouth.
I remember that was a great saying of our people. Man, I'm glad to see 23. You see what I'm saying? Because our kids, the fruit of our body is cursed. Either they ain't gonna see it by being in the grave 6 feet deep, or they ain't gonna see it by being enslaved in the jail cells.
That's right.
For many years that they can't even count. They can't even depend on coming out and starting their life up again because they don't know how. They've been not too long.
Bring it out, Doc.
That's a cursing on our people. Read on.
And the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of your land. We ain't got no land. Do I have to even go into that? We ain't got no land. You see what I'm saying? But this right here supposed to be happening to the children of Israel. So if you look on this sign right here, so when you think about that, those Mexicans, so-called Mexicans over there, they part of the Israelites.
That's right.
The fruit of their land was cursed. They ain't even got all those cattle that they had.
That's right.
The Native American Indian is an Israelite.
That's right.
Where his cattle at? Where his land at? They got them in tents. They push them in corners. You don't even see them. But they Israelites, because that's a curse. Those bad things didn't happen to those people for nothing. It happened because our forefathers went away from the Most High God.
That's right.
And we trying to do it back right in this day and time so we can obtain the blessings of the Most High God once again. And we're going to do that thing. It's happening right now. It's happening. So many of our young black men and women waking up to this truth. They waking up, man. I can show you pictures. Either one of these brothers can show you pictures of so many. It ain't just us. It's plenty of us. It's thousands. It's thousands. We had a Passover, and it was 1,000, about like 1,100 people on it. And that wasn't even everybody. Everybody just couldn't come. You had some people who didn't even know about it. You had some people who just started. You got some people, you could go on the internet and look up Hebrew Israelites. And so many young men will pop up. We don't even know all them. There's so many of our people waking up right now to do God's will the correct way.
That's right.
And God's will, give me Psalm 48. God's will is what we need to be doing.
That's right.
We need to be doing God's will in these days and times.
In a
How you doing,
way.
man?
Hey, in a spiritual way.
In a spiritual way.
Because we can't do it in the natural.
And a physical way. There is a physical way.
Right.
Keeping his Sabbath day, keeping the day of His holy.
Right.
Yeah, keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, He got laws.
Okay.
So we do that. That's a physical thing,
Right.
even though it's spiritual too.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you. I got you.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.